as is the case in the Blogger Lounge, it's erupted into passionate discussion. I'm going to capture a bit of this one because we're talking about why social media suits events. So, why is social media the perfect partner for an event then?
Because, well, there's loads of reasons, but the first reason that you've got to come to is that there's loads going on to talk about. There's debate, there's opinions, there's all kinds of conversations and information going on in real time.
Okay, so events, we've got the content, but surely it's not just about the content, because we always have events that content. What does social media add to that content that you don't get just from putting on the event?
Well, first of all, you can get the content out straight away, and that's that immediacy is great, especially for sporting events and things like that. You could also get a kind of engagement by tweeting about an event such as the Orange Business Live 2010 conference. You've actually got people outside coming in and getting involved.
Cool. I'm looking at who else. So if I spent all this money on an event, then why do I want to spend even more on getting a social media set up around it?
Reach. That's the simple reason is that it is the closest thing you can get to having a genuine virtual experience of being at the event, because you're not just watching a video or seeing PowerPoints or keynotes, which a lot of people have been doing that in some form for a while, but you get to engage in conversations, get immediate feedback from people that are on there on the day, and like after a conference, going out and having a cup of tea and discussing it with people, you get that experience, a level of insight you just wouldn't get before or without social media.
So as a traditional marketing person, there's another question that I have to ask. I'm going to go back over this side for it. So why not just invite a bunch of journalists? Why do I want bloggers instead of journalists?
Is there a difference between a blogger and a journalist?
I told you it gets into some heavy debate here.
I want to leave that question aside, because I think if you invite a writer or a photographer, it doesn't matter whether their job description starts with a B or a J. They are doing the work, and you choose the staff you want according to their personality and their output, not whether they're a journalist or a blogger. But the point you made earlier about archive is really important. If you take people to an event and they are pointing their cameras, their recorders and their text at the event, they are recording that event forever. So you have an archive of that event, you have an archive of photographs, you have content. So you have not just bought reach, you have not just bought the marketing power of social media for that event, you have also bought content. And content is brilliant. Content is still king or queen if you prefer. It still rules and always will do.
You've got to notice how I ask a former journalist that question just for entertainment value. Okay, I'm a journalist. You've evolved, Oh, it's going to turn ugly.
If I can add to that, actually looking around the room here, there are former journalists, there are journalists, there are bloggers, but there are also video people, photographers, and tech guys as well.
People with real jobs.
And people with it's having that mix of skills within the team that really makes it work. The mix of skills.
So here's a question related to that then. Why not just pay, and I'll open it to everyone, why not just pay a camera team to come in and film the thing?
Because you don't get that honesty. And the credibility. Well, credibility comes from the honesty of the experience as it happens, and the genuine reaction. They go away, they edit, they re-edit, they clip things together. It's not a genuine experience. It's a representation of you. With social media, there is a filter. There is a filter, but it's not as it's not as distinct. It doesn't differentiate as much for the audience as you do with produced video, I guess.
Oh, an answer of you?
No, I missed that. I was drifting off. Sorry.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
Well, so there you go. So if you're putting on an event, that's why you want to think about social media. It's probably the cheapest, most effective way to extend the reach.
Sorry.